But first, the Target 12 investigators have new details in Operation Deception. The father of one of the defendants opening up while his son sits in prison.
It'll all come out, just like it did before. We tried to tell him before, nobody wanted to listen. But through the grace of God, he was set free, and now we're right here again.
34-year-old Khalid Mason is facing drug charges, arrested along with 3 Providence police officers in Operation Deception. State police say Mason was a supplier of cocaine in a lucrative drug operation. Target 12 investigator Tim White met with Mason last night in prison. He's live now with the details.
No cameras were allowed during my prison meeting with Khalid Mason, but he tells me the charges against him are bogus and potential payback for a case that embarrassed the Providence Police Narcotics Unit in 2007.
Guess this is how you live when you're a drug kingpin.
Paul Price says his son lived in squalor. A far cry, he says, from the state police allegation that his son, Khalid Mason, was a supplier in a big-time drug operation.
It's pretty obvious he's no kingpin of anything. He's 4 months or 3 months behind in his rent.
Mason was charged in Operation Deception last week.
Bills on top of bills.
Price says the bills were piling up even before he was busted.
This one here, look at this one here, $1,059. This is the gas bill.
Price says the state police turned the tiny Central Falls apartment upside down looking for drugs. Target 12 obtained the search warrant. No cocaine was found, but state police say they did find drugs they can link to Mason at this Providence apartment.
It's a well-known fact that many times large-scale drug dealers will frequently use stash houses.
Last night, Target 12 met with Mason in prison. He says back in 2007, he implicated the very same officers that are now facing charges in Operation Deception.
The same dirty cops that was involved before are now in jail. They didn't want to hear us then, but now they have to hear us.
In 2007, a U.S. attorney investigation found no basis for criminal charges against a Providence narcotics detective, but Mason was set free after a judge blasted police for shoddy work. Price says to be back in the same position is draining.
I went to see a doctor, the mother of my children.
I spoke with Commander Paul Kennedy with the Providence Police. He disputes the claim that Mason implicated these officers back in 2007. He says those names were never brought to the attention of the Providence Police. 2 of the 3 officers have pleaded not guilty in this case. The 3rd is awaiting arraignment. Live with the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.